Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to Heat Breakdown. I want to make one thing clear. As I broke down the game between the Heat and the Hawks, you realize that the Heat can get away with things against teams like the Hawks who aren't a cohesive unit and that know how to play together well. Larry Drew has the Hawks playing a little bit better on their offensive side, but they revert. And without Joe Johnson against the Heat, they were severely undermanned on offense. But that really isn't the problem that they had. The Heat got away with a lot of stuff because the Hawks could not play team defense. The Heat get right into it and look pretty good. They get some down screens, cross screens, side-to-side motion. This is all great stuff. It makes the defense work pretty hard. One thing that's weird is Wade throws it to Arroyo and then right back to Wade, and that happens often. However, they're doing a lot of extra motion here and they end up not looking at the basket in time to get a good shot off. One thing with the Heat is that teams are amped up to play them and they're going to hit crazy shots. Mike Bibby misses the pass for a layup, but he hits a long three. The Heat are starting to get it on offense. They get Chris Bosh down on the low block and that forces Atlanta to double. However, they're going to double with their smallest, weakest defender, Mike Bibby, who doesn't even really double, and they're prepared and they hit LeBron James for a three, and Bibby doesn't even hustle over there. Let's watch this again because Bibby assumes Josh Smith is going to help out on that, even though it's not his rotation, and then Bibby doesn't even run over there to try and guard LeBron. Smith throws his arms up, wondering what the hell's going on, and Bibby points at Josh Smith like it's his fault. This is not a good sign. This is the problem I have with almost every offense in the NBA. Orford takes away that pass to Z, and now there really isn't much left for the offense to do. They pass the ball around, Z is trying to screen for somebody, finally gets a screen and roll here, and they don't get a good shot. They need to have a counter when they don't get the first option. The Heat are playing against a team with players that have deficiencies. Orford does not have a left-hand spin move, so he gets stuck in a double team and just throws the ball away. They also have guys like Jamal Crawford who can't play defense very well, and the Heat are getting better and better at passing out of a double team and finding the open man for a J. Okay, if you don't know why I hate Jamal Crawford here, he calls for the ball, puts his hands behind his back and stands there. Meanwhile, he doesn't cut to the basket, leaving his man out to dry. They tipped that pass, it should have been to Crawford, and now they have no time on the clock to get a shot off. And Crawford is so ineffectual on defense, he can't even slow up Wade before a double team comes and Wade scores. Watch how creative this drive is from LBJ. He gets up in the air, is going to fake the ball to the corner, faking out Jamal Crawford, our friend, and then dumps it off to Bosh for a nice layup. Just so you understand, this is a nice Wade drive, but the Atlanta Hawks are so bad team defense-wise that nobody can stop anybody out here. We're seeing the Heat push the ball up a little bit more and LeBron James taking earlier jump shots like that. Take note of Damian Wilkins' defense here on LeBron. It's terrific. Clearly not anything he got from his father. He'll force LeBron way out to the corner and into an extremely difficult shot that he misses. Atlanta isn't playing like a team very well. They're going to go after Crawford again, and the double team is way too late. Wade scores on him easy. However, when they finally do double team on time, they get a turnover. Chris Bosh should send a thank you note to Josh Smith for letting him have a big night. He could not stop him in the post. Maybe it's the headband. I don't like players with headbands, I guess. I don't like Jason Terry. I don't like Josh Smith. With a big lead, the Heat kind of revert to their old offensive ways with little motion. The only thing saving them here is that LeBron is incredibly hot, making a lot of outside jumpers. And here's another one. It's very difficult. Here's my obligatory pointing out Dwayne Wade failings on defense. He got a lot of steals tonight, but he turns his back on his man Evans, who gets right to the basket, and Wade is saved by Dampier of all people. In every game, there comes a time when the Heat lose their focus and concentration and let the other team back in the game. Bosh is relying way too much on his outside jumper in this game, and they don't get back on defense again. They're lucky that Atlanta is ineffectual in the open court and doesn't finish well. Rather than run a good offense for a good shot, the ball dies in Wade's hands, and he pulls up for a lousy shot that misses. On the next Atlanta possession, Damian Wilkins does not cut through like he should, and that lets Wade cheat over and get that steal. Good hands, though, and good save, and a good finish on this end. So Wade is playing some defense here. Needing a basket, they go to Wade in the post, but Damian Wilkins again proves it's no fluke with some terrific defense here that causes LeBron James to fall down in the corner, and he gets a jump ball out of it. With Bosh and Wade out of the game, they're going to let LeBron just do his thing, penetrate, pass the ball around. Nobody else wants to shoot it though, so they finally get it back around to LeBron, who's probably exhausted after all this. And when he gets to the basket, he's going to miss a little bunny. You'll see Mario Chalmers called out the rotation for Anthony, but guess what? He doesn't rotate over and get that man, letting a layup get in there. That's terrible. The Heat get back into a typical screen and roll, and Chalmers throws just a careless pass that gets knocked away. While not a turnover, it ends up taking so much time off the clock that the Heat cannot get a good shot off before the clock expires. And Chalmers kills him again with an awful shot. LBJ should at least touch the ball on every possession down the stretch here. Like I said, the Heat are going to have to weather the storm from shots like this going in. The Heat are much more comfortable throwing the ball to LeBron and Wade and Bosh in the post now, and then swinging it out and getting a good shot in the corner. Without Wade in there, they're going to let Crawford go one-on-one and get an easy shot in the lane that he makes. With Wade back in there, he can get over that screen, hustle back, and get a nice block shot. Beautiful. Josh Powell was also killing his team with passes like this, and Dwayne Wade shows great reflexes and quick hands by getting that steal and a finish at the other end to start to pull this game out for them. Watch how bad Bibby is on his closeout, and then Marvin Williams doesn't even get in there for the rebound. By going to the post here, the Heat are finally getting how to close out these games by going to Bosh, Wade, or James in the post. On the right block where he's most comfortable, Bosh gets a nice half hook and the game is effectively over. So there you have it, folks. The Miami Heat are getting a little bit of a clue on offense. They're attacking teams on the low post with James, Bosh, and Wade, and then swinging the ball quickly out of the double team, which makes Jones and Arroyo look a lot better on their shots. So that's a good, encouraging sign. However, they're still letting even the bad teams make a run on them and cutting the game close, which isn't a good idea because, as you've seen, most of these teams are uncorking crazy-ass shots on them, and if they get close and it's too late in the game, they could lose. Well, thanks for joining us. I do want to point out we got some serious fans out over in north of London in England, the Dantan 194, and I tell you, if his coach is watching, it's early in the season. You might as well give him a shot, some playing time, and see how he does. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody, at Heat Breakdown. We are number 18 most subscribed right now in the Guru section of YouTube. An amazing rise. Let's keep it up. Don't forget to tell all your basketball-loving friends. And also, Heat Breakdown isn't a channel, it's a conversation.